Erin here from University Health and Counseling Services. My hope today is to tell you a little bit about anxiety and ways in which we can convert anxiety into some positive energy. I'll start by providing you a very brief definition of anxiety. The DSM-5 defines anxiety as excessive worry, more days than not, for a period of at least 6 months. The anxiety can be in social, work, or home life. Individuals may find it very difficult to control this worry. Some of the symptoms of anxiety include feeling restless, keyed up or on edge, irritability, difficulty concentrating, mind going blank, some muscle tension, and some disturbances in sleep, just to name a few. Oftentimes, anxiety might impact us in somatic ways. For example, we might have increased heart rate, we might sweat, we might pace, have jitters, shortness of breath, dry throat, sweaty palms. We often think and experience these in negative ways. But don't worry, it is possible to work on converting these experiences into concrete, rational, and alternative experiences. Let's start with heart rate. When we experience an increased heart rate, it is because of a hormone called epinephrine. It's also known as adrenaline. Adrenaline causes our blood to communicate to our body that we might be in danger, in fear, or feel threatened by someone or something, or a situation. This is a normal occurrence. It's the way that our body tells us that something's different, something's wrong, something's off. Adrenaline happens when we're on roller coasters, and unless we have a fear of them, people find that thrilling. So how can we calm down? Try this. Think of the increased heart rate as a sign that your body is healthy and is functioning well. This is a strength of your body, and it helps you to sustain energy. Attempt to participate in some form of physical activity, such as walking, jumping jacks, squats, roller skating, whatever it is that you enjoy. Doing this will help provide an alternative reason for the heart rate to increase and might help us feel a little better. Sometimes when we're feeling anxious, we might also feel sweaty. When we sweat, our body is in preparation mode to either fight or flee the current situation. The process of sweating actually helps to cool our bodies down. Like an increased heart rate, sweating is a normal reaction to something that might be perceived as being uncomfortable. So next time we notice that we're sweating and might be feeling a little anxious, try this. Try to remind yourself that sweating is a normal reaction. Try to remind yourself that sweating is how your body helps calm you down. Try and put a positive spin on your current situation. Say something nice out loud to yourself. Go for a walk. A lot of people speak about how they feel like they get very pacing, they get very jittery when they're feeling anxious. At times, we might find ourselves walking back and forth when we feel stressed or anxious. We might feel shaky. We might feel like we have a case of those jitters. This is something that happens unconsciously. We're not necessarily aware of the behavior. When this happens, we are reacting based on the bloodstream sending signals to our limbs to get ready to move. Pacing or jitters does not have to be thought of as negative. We can take control and convert the behavior into a more accepted, less negative behavior. Anxiety is a form of energy. This energy causes us to sometimes feel the need to move. So that's why we pace or feel jitters. Next time we notice this happening to us, try this. The moment that we notice ourselves pacing or feeling jittery, try and make a decision to turn that into a short walk outside, around the house, dancing, or into something else that causes you to move. Shortness of breath might also be experienced by some. When our breathing changes, nerves within our chest area become very alert. This causes a heavy feeling in our chest, and then leads to feeling like we cannot breathe. This process is typically automatic, but we are able to take control with a lot of practice. Try this. Attempt to slow down your breathing. Direct your focus into informing yourself that you are safe. Touch objects around you to remind you of your location. When you're not feeling anxious, that's important time for you to practice. Practice deep breathing. Inhale slowly for 3 Mississippi seconds and exhale slowly for the same amount of Mississippi seconds, and repeat. Using this skill when you're not feeling anxious may feel silly at first, but the more practice, the better we get at that skill, and the easier it will be to be able to access that skill in times of need. Dry throat is another somatic symptom of anxiety. Dry throat happens when the body forces its energy to pay attention to other areas because we're being anxious and something's happening that's making us uncomfortable. When our body focuses its energy to other areas, different places such as the throat stop secreting liquids. This can lead to struggles with dry mouth or feeling like you can't speak. This may lead us to feel unable to communicate our thoughts and feelings, which may feed into our anxiety. So try this. When you feel dryness in your mouth, feel dizzy or dehydrated, reach for a cold cup of water. The shock of the temperature can help distract any negative thoughts and redirect attention to the body being replenished of liquids. It sounds silly, but also focusing on mindful eating could help distract from negative experiences. Slow down when eating and think about what you enjoy about the food. Is it the flavor, texture, scent, or does it remind you of happy memories? These are all little things that we can try that might make our anxiety feel a little bit better in times when we need it. And remember, practicing these skills is going to be key in being able to learn how to cope with your anxiety in the future. The more we practice, the easier it becomes to handle our anxiety.